Living in God's goodness enables you to grow older gracefully while you remain young at heart courageously. You see, aging is a fact that no one can ever escape. And that's in spite of our best attempts with all the help we can get from Botox and fillers and makeovers and creams. But actually, you can never escape growing older. That's just part of life. I believe the challenge is not to make our goal not to age, but rather to grow older gracefully and remain young at heart and courageous all our lives. How, obviously, is the question. How can we live like that? But I believe what really gives the answer to that question is experiencing God daily, to connect with the Lord Jesus daily in your heart. That's where we have the wonderful privilege, as the Bible refers to taste and see that the Lord is good, as the psalmist says. Taste and see. And I believe it's tasting and seeing the love and goodness of God that actually enables us to grow older gracefully and yet remain young at heart courageously. See, it's His love and His goodness that does that for us. It's His presence where we experience His love and goodness that causes that grace to grow in our lives. Not get less, but get more. And it's that goodness and love of His, especially His love, that drives out fear and keeps fear away from the door of our hearts. I meet many people who's growing older, and as they're getting older, they grow in fear. They become more afraid of this and that and what will happen in the world. And the only answer to that is actually a simple childlike faith. God doesn't want you to grow in fear. He wants you to grow in faith. And that doesn't happen unless you taste and see. Taste and see is a very real thing. It's not a philosophy just. And it's all about really experiencing the presence of the Lord. And that in that wonderful presence of God, you will taste and see His goodness. And actually, that's where life is different. That's where you can grow older gracefully. Your grace will continue to increase as you taste and see. Your faith will continue to grow so that you can be courageous as you taste and see that the Lord is good. It's His goodness that does that for us. And we find His goodness in His presence. It's in your connection with God. I want to encourage you to make every effort to live in the reality of the presence of God. That's where He will drive out fear, and that's where He will keep you well stocked with grace. And I believe that adds heart years to your life. Not just normal years and age that goes on and on, but heart years. Years where you live in a wonderful place of His goodness. Now, it made me thought a lot about Joshua and how God said to him, be strong and courageous, so that he could do everything God wanted him to do. But it came out of living in God's presence. I thought of Caleb, Joshua's best friend, who even while he was quite advanced in age, still had that desire to move forward, and said to the Lord, give me the hill country to take. And it was all because he lived in connection with God. So both Joshua and Caleb, let them be encouragements for you, that you can also grow older gracefully, at the same time remaining young at heart courageously, all because you taste and see His goodness in His presence every day. I encourage you to remember that God is with you always, Emmanuel. And please share this and like this so that others can also grow older gracefully and at the same time remain young at heart courageously. God bless you.